The worn-out sofa sagged deeper under Liam's weight, mirroring the weight in his heart. Across from him, Clara, usually a beacon of vibrant energy, looked drawn and weary, the faint lines of worry etched around her beautiful eyes betraying the cheerful mask she often wore. Their love, once a furious blaze, now flickered precariously, threatened by the biting winds of financial despair. They had met in college, a whirlwind romance that saw them through late-night study sessions and sun-drenched picnics. Their dreams were grand, their love unwavering, and they believed, as all young lovers do, that passion alone could conquer all. But reality, as it often does, had a cruel way of tempering such idealism. Liam's small tech startup, once promising, hit a series of unforeseen roadblocks. Clara's freelance design work, while steady, wasn't enough to cover the mounting bills. The tiny apartment, once a cozy haven, began to feel like a cage. Arguments became more frequent, whispered frustrations turning into sharp, cutting words. One particularly cold evening, after another rejection letter for a loan, Clara found Liam staring blankly at the wall, a single tear tracing a path down his cheek. "Maybe we made a mistake," he choked out, his voice raw with defeat. "Maybe I'm just dragging you down." Clara's heart ached. She crossed the room, kneeling before him, taking his hands in hers. "Never," she whispered, her voice firm despite her own fear. "We're in this together. Always." She leaned in, pressing a soft, lingering kiss to his lips, a silent promise exchanged. It was a kiss that wasn't just about passion, but about solidarity, about choosing to fight for us when everything else screamed, "Give up." That night marked a turning point. They pooled their remaining resources, not for escape, but for a new offensive. They decided to pivot Liam's tech idea, focusing on a niche market Clara had identified through her design contacts. It meant longer hours, more rejections, and living on instant noodles and pure grit. Liam coded until his eyes burned, fueled by Clara's steady supply of coffee and quiet encouragement. Clara, in turn, worked double shifts, her design skills morphing into marketing strategies, creating a brand identity that felt authentic and hopeful. There were moments of doubt, certainly. A potential investor backed out at the last minute, sending them reeling. But each time, they found solace in each other's embrace, drawing strength from the unspoken understanding that flowed between them. A tender hug, a shared laugh over a particularly bad meal, or simply holding hands while watching a cheap movie, these small acts of love were their anchors. One morning, the email arrived. A significant seed investment. They read it together, their fingers trembling as they scrolled through the terms. It wasn't a lottery win, but it was a lifeline, a validation of their relentless effort. The subsequent months were a blur of building, hiring, and growing. Their startup, born from desperation and forged in love, began to flourish. They moved into a slightly larger apartment, not extravagant, but a space that felt like a reward for their shared journey. Success, they realized, wasn't just about financial security. It was about the resilience they discovered within themselves and, more profoundly, the unshakable foundation of their love. Their relationship had not only survived the storm but had been tempered into something stronger, more precious. Liam no longer saw Clara as just his wife, but as his co-pilot, his muse, his unwavering support. Clara, in turn, admired Liam's tenacity and believed fiercely in his vision. Life will always throw challenges, but what truly matters is who you choose to face them with. Love, when truly tested, isn't just an emotion, it's a powerful, motivating force that can move mountains, turn adversity into triumph, and transform two individuals into an unstoppable team. Invest in your love as much as you invest in your dreams, for one often fuels the other, leading to a success more profound than any individual achievement.